Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry it's been a minute, but I thought I would come on and quickly show you a really cute Christmas gift idea, or if you're hosting Thanksgiving this year. Thanksgiving is only like a couple days away. If you're hosting Thanksgiving, this would be a really cute gift for everyone. Maybe do it as like a placeholder or something. But I saw this quite a while back on Pink Strawberry's channel, and she made like little hot cocoa pouches, and this is actually what I'm gonna do for my coworkers this year, so I figure I better get started. So I have 3 different envelopes, and you only need one kind, but I thought, you know, maybe we could kind of play and see which ones work better. Depending on the size envelope you use, you're going to be able to get like a hot cocoa pouch and maybe a tea pouch. If you use a small card envelope like this, you're just going to get the hot cocoa pouch, which is totally fine. But if you use one of these two, you're probably going to be able to get the hot cocoa and maybe a tea. Now, I haven't made the tea, but I'm thinking you should be able to. So I went ahead and I brought a tea bag and my hot cocoa pouch. When you're making, or when you're selecting your envelopes, you just want to make for sure that it's wide enough for your hot cocoa to slide down in, which all of these are. And then this one is a little extra wide, but that's okay. All right, so let's start with this one. This is the one I've made before, and I have a whole bunch of free printable things that I got off of Facebook and Pinterest, and then I also have some that I did. I just printed them off of Canva, and I cut them down. So there's a wide variety of things, and I'm not really going to overly decorate these. All I'm going to kind of do is put some paper on them, put my image on them, and possibly like a stamp on the back or something. That's pretty much going to be the extent of my decorating. Maybe I'll put like a little word or a phrase. I have these. These are not Christmas themed, but I do have some that are, let's see, did I print the Christmas themed ones? I'm not sure. I do have some winter themed ones. So I may put something like that, and I have some tickets and stamps and stuff. We'll just have to see. So all I'm going to do is kind of figure out, depending on how big my hot cocoa pouch is, I'm going to cut it just a little bit bigger. So my hot cocoa is just about 4.5 inches tall by 3 3/8. Yeah, about 3 3/8 wide. So I'm not going to mess with the width. I'm just going to cut it down to height-wise. So if it's 4 and, what do we say, 4.5? It's actually almost 4 3/4. So I'm going to cut it at 5 inches. And this is a number 10 envelope. So this ended up being, I should have measured it before I cut it, but I think it's right around 9 1/4 inches long, somewhere around there. So now you have this. So what we're going to do, and then here's your other side. So it's almost in half. It's just a little shy of being in half. So we're going to set this smaller piece aside for now, and we're going to work on this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and glue this. Now you want to make for sure that it doesn't get on this blue part, because that's the part that we're going to have be our pocket. Now you can cover this, like the inside, if you don't want to see this, or you can just like kind of ink it up. So let's see. Maybe we want to make it this really pretty, kind of purpley wood green color. So let's go ahead and do that. And I didn't on my first example, but I just inked it, and I didn't really care for it because you could still see the security part of it. So by doing this, you're not going to be able to see that. Now, you don't have to do it on both sides, but you can. Let me find a pencil or a pen. I've sort of been crafting, but mainly just stuff for school. We're doing a Candyland theme in the cafeteria this year. So that's kind of what I've been working on. So with that being said, like, I've crafted in my little craft space, but then at the same time I haven't. And I really haven't cleaned up much from when I have been crafting. So it's kind of all over the place right now. So I'm not going to go all the way in because you're only going to need just a little bit just so you kind of don't see it. I think I'm going to do 1.5 inches or an inch and 3/4, excuse me. And we'll just go ahead and do it on both sides. That way we don't see any of it. So I'll do it on this side before. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter at all. So that's what it's going to be like. And I'm using tacky glue because it's a little chilly in our basement, and my Fabri-Tac, for whatever reason, is super thick. And I even tried to thin it with some acetone, and it didn't really work. So that's really thick right now, and my art glitter glue is kind of on the thick side also. So the tacky glue works for the win. And then we'll go ahead and glue this shut, and then we'll put the other piece on the back side. Oops, hopefully I'm in screen. All right. But I do have an idea or two that I want to come on and show you guys. Some of it is not necessarily junk journal related. It's Christmas type crafts, but it's using paper. So I figured that would probably still be okay. Maybe somebody would be interested. So I do want to come on and do some of that. Hopefully, I know I said it the last time I popped back on, hopefully I can start making some more stuff. Okay, so I have that all done. Now we're going to pick out the front and the back of our sheets, what we want. So all we're going to do is just cut our paper. Now you can choose to leave a border or not. So I'm just going to cut mine to 4, and then we did it at 5, so I'm going to do 5 and about 7/8. Okay, so here's front and back, and again we'll just go ahead and glue it down. Now, because I am making this for people who probably necessarily don't know what junk journaling is, I'm not inking or anything like that. I'm just going to glue it down just as it comes. There's one side. I love this paper. It's so cute. It actually looks dimensional almost. Okay, there's the other side. And this is, if you can't already tell, a super easy project. Anybody could do this. You could even get your kids involved and make a whole bunch for like teacher gifts and stuff for your kids to give. That would be super cool. All right, so that's all nice and stuffed down. I'm just going to grab my bone folder and smush it down a little bit more. Now, because it is tacky glue and it doesn't always set right away, I am going to let it sit for a second, and I'm going to grab my hole punch or my circle punch and circle punch. Now, when I did it the first time, I did try and punch through just one layer. It didn't really work. And then I tried to punch through 2 layers, and it was too thick. So we'll see how it goes. Hang on one second. Okay, so it actually worked this time. I was surprised. So I went ahead and cut my thumb notch, and I didn't do it super deep, just deep enough. So now essentially you're done. Besides maybe like decorating and stuff. So as you can see, it kind of sits down in there, and you can see the top part. So you know that there's a little something in there. And it pooches it out just a little. Not anything crazy. Just keep in mind that it's not going to be like super flat. Okay, maybe I'll do that one. And I'm just going to trim it up a little bit. I kind of just roughly cut these the size that I thought they were going to be. Then I figured I would have to cut them down depending on the size of my envelope. And again, you can make these whatever theme you want. If you want to do them for something other than Christmas, or maybe you don't celebrate Christmas, but you want to give a little something. Just change your decoration. All right. And then you can also round the corners if you want. I think I'm going to try that with this one. And just simple like that is really cute. I like it. Now I could just use a glue stick, but just use this because it's out. Now I did hear, and tell me if you heard the same or heard something different. I heard that they are discontinuing the Scotts Create glue stick, and they're only going to have the Scotts permanent maybe. Now I don't know if it's the same or different, but for school this year I got the Aleene's permanent glue stick. It's the first that I've used it, and they're smaller sticks than the Scotts Create, but you get 2 in a pack. And they're under $4. I got mine from Walmart, but I know Amazon and Michael's and Joann's and everybody has them. But they seem to work really, really well. So I'm actually really impressed with them. And I kind of almost like them maybe a little bit better than the Scotts Create. Just my opinion. But yeah, maybe that one's too big. Maybe I'll just continue to use that. Okay, so now I'm just going to get a small piece of paper, and actually this here is the perfect size. So maybe I'll just go ahead and round the corners, and let's see. Yep, it's the same size, so maybe I'll just use that. And actually, instead of using my black, I think I'm going to use this brown, because maybe it just won't be quite so dark. Maybe it won't show up though. I don't know. really not good at stamping large images on things. So I never get it centered. Quickly color in a little bit. Yeah, it's okay. All right. So now that we have that, super cute. Now we can go ahead and glue this down. And I'm just going to do it right across the center. Just like that. Okay. I don't really know what Santa's got going on with his mouth, but that's all right. Okay, so done. Now we put our little hot cocoa pouch in, and on the back, if you don't want to put like a decoration per se, you could always do like a to and from label on it, or anything like that. I'm actually not addressing them. I'm just going to stick them in everybody's mailbox. That's how I'm doing mine. And that's it. Finished. So there's the hot cocoa one. I hope you guys like that. Super simple and easy. Remember, Christmas giving doesn't have, gifting, whatever you want to call it, doesn't have to be super overwhelming. Take a lot of time, take a lot of money, anything. It can be something super easy as just some paper and some tea, or some paper and some hot cocoa. Now remember, again, we didn't cover the inside of this, and that's okay. I'm just going to put a little bit here to cover this flap so nothing catches on it. And let's stick our tea bag in. Might want to let it dry before you start moving it around too much, but that's okay. Stick our little tea bag in, and then you can see the top of it. And that's it. You're all done. So I hope you guys enjoyed these two quick little tutorials. I hope it gave you some inspiration to, you know, maybe start your own Christmas project soon. And if you guys liked this and want to see more, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. And I will talk to you guys again soon. I hope you all have a wonderful, safe, happy Thanksgiving. And happy crafting. Bye, guys.